You know, one term that I can't stand hearing is self-love, because most people's definition of self-love is toxic, right? And I know you're like, wait a minute. That doesn't even make sense. How can it be wrong to love yourself, to put yourself first? First of all, this movement or wave of everybody screaming self-love probably started taking its motion in about the last 2 decades, right? Which also coincides with the big boom of social media, you know? And think about social media. Clicks, likes, views, clout, attention, all eyes on me, right? It's all about me, which, in my humble opinion, is a cause, if not the main factor, in why we continue to see so many single people. Men are saying, hey, why get married? How does it benefit me? Women are saying, hey, why get married? I'm not putting anyone else's needs above mine. I need to put myself first. Think about it. Even in our friendships, most people only hang with people who agree with them or tell them nice things or what they want to hear. You can't have any adverse opinion or offer criticism, even if it's constructive, without being deemed a hater, right? Stick with me. I'm getting ready to land my plane. When you break down the phrase self-love, it really means lover of self. And God warns us about this in the Bible. Check this out in 2 Timothy, starting at chapter 3. Stay with me. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boastful, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. Verse 3, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Verse 4, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Verse 5 and final verse, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Now, is it me or does that sound familiar? Does that look like the world we see when we look out our doors every day? Now ask yourself a question. When in the history of love has it ever been defined as being about yourself or selfishness? When in the history of love has it not required sacrifice or compromise? Compromise or sacrifice. See, to even fall in love with another person requires you to have to think about someone or something more than yourself. Whether it be God, your spouse, your friends, your kids, or whatever, love requires selflessness. So I say again, why are there so many single people? The answer is simple. We are seeing an increase in selfishness instead of selflessness. Let me say that again for the people in the back. We are seeing an increase in selfishness and not selflessness. And trust me, you don't have to believe me, because I know that there will be some that are watching, many that are watching with that selfish spirit on them. And these are the same ones that find reasons to leave a relationship rather than to find a reason to stay. These are the same people claiming to be single by choice, but on social media giving relationship advice. These are the same people who are bitter behind closed doors because they cannot find their person. You will never find love being selfish. The love that you're looking for is going to take denial of self. And that's real love. That's God's love. Jesus could have never done what he did if he was not selfless. If he was selfish, he would have never went to the cross. If he was selfless, he would have never did what he did and lived the life that he lived so that we can have the hopes of entering into the kingdom. Despite how they treat you, despite how they're acting, God's love goes beyond that. This is the love of God, and this is the peace and the love you're looking for in every relationship and every partnership, and you won't find that being selfish.